Welcome to Independence Nation on the Light of Life Network. I have to come to you on this platform because, unfortunately, there are those who are trying to stop uh, me from speaking on the website www.lolmin.org, and those who have ultimately tried for years to stop this organization. So today I want to talk to you about something I previously tried to speak about, and the video was stopped. It's called the Deposition. The fact is that Light of Life started in March of 2006. Since then, there have been some people, some hillbillies from a church who had government reach, have been able to get their good old boys from the TBI, which the TBI later contacted the FBI, to basically demonize me in this organization to try to shut it down. Their efforts to stop it were actually because they thought that I would start a church in their area. Since God has often worked miracles through this ministry, they didn't want to chance it as they owed $20 million for their building. They wanted me out of town and not to start a church. They thought that they would lose their members. Thus, members bring money. So losing members would mean losing money. So let's go ahead and get started. So I actually began attending that church in 2006, a little after I started this organization. But the whole trouble towards me and towards the organization really began in 2008 as uh, there were people sent to spray chemicals in my home. They sprayed chemicals all over my furniture, over my clothing, in hopes that that chemical would uh, shut down my breathing, or as the preacher said, they were going to stop my heart. So they sprayed chemicals not only on my furniture and on clothing, but on the air filter in my home, in hopes that when I turned on the air, that those chemicals would go everywhere. But by the end of 2008, they really came at us because they wanted to try to stop me from this organization, Light of Life, from giving out 220-pound turkeys, which we were able to move forward and do the Saturday before Christmas of that year. So they tried to stop this organization. They tried to harm me physically. And then when I geared up to fight back, they contacted the TBI to make me out to be a terrorist, to make me out to be something rude and ignorant, and had the government watch me ever since. As a matter of fact, the government agent was there as we gave out the turkey. She was pretending to enter the federal building next door. We were all aware that the federal building was not open on Saturday, so we knew that she was just pretending. So 2009, they became more aggressive, and when I went out and had someone put, what happened was I went out. I don't normally drink, but I had heard about a friend who died while giving birth to her child. I went out to have a drink, and they had someone put something in my drink, and really could have hurt me. On the other end, they came into my home that night, tried to kill me, and put a spider in my home. The spider bit me, but they did other things as well. Tried to inject me with something, and it did not. Because Yahovah is on my side, He would not let it harm me. So later that night, they came into my home. They put a spider in my home. They bit me, and they thought I would die. They also sprayed my home again with chemicals, this time even harsher chemicals. But once again, Yahovah would not let me die. In 2010, I moved to a new location, hoping this foolishness would stop, because I knew that in order for them to have gotten into my home the first time in 2008, that the property management personnel had to have let them in my home. I knew they had let them in my home because they left a card on the coffee table saying that they sprayed for chemicals or sprayed for insects, and I had not asked them to spray, and that's the only way they can come into my home and spray is if someone had asked them. But the same thing continued when I moved to the new location, moved from a place called British Woods Apartments to a location called Rustic Village, and the same thing continued as they got the maintenance man to once again spray chemicals on my air filter and do these things to me all over again, once again hoping to stop my heart and hoping to bring me to a place of fatality. So once again, I was able to get through it. In 2011, they ramped up against me again, as they have a law in Tennessee that every car has to pass a yearly emissions test. And I had a nice new car, a nice Cadillac. They didn't like me driving around in a Cadillac and wearing suit and tie. As a matter of fact, that church I previously attended repeatedly made threats that I shouldn't be wearing suits and ties to their church, which is completely I'm not understanding why they would do that, because the pastor, the ministerial board, other people there also wore suit and tie. But in 2011, they would not let my car pass emission tests. And I took it to the mechanic. Mechanic said, there's nothing wrong with your car is fine. And I kept taking it back to them. They said no, they wouldn't let it pass the emissions test, refused to give me the sticker for my car. They later, Chattanooga police, while hiding around the corner, had 3 guys. 2 of them had weapons of small wooden bats, and 1 of them had a tire iron. They came up on my personal property and my place of residence, and proceeded to take my car. As I went outside to speak to them, and actually there was just 2 little guys at first, and I tried to speak to them, and they made a phone call to a big guy, about 6'2", 6'3", 250, that was a little further down the hill, and he came up walking, angrily, and he jumps straight into the truck and tries to hit me with the door, sparking a fight. Needless to say, Yahweh has made sure over time that I know well how to fight. Being from a place called Bel Air, Ohio, people know how to fight there. And so I put the big guy down. And once I put the big guy down, the 2 little guys tried to come up behind me and hit me with their bats. Well, one had a bat and the other had a tire iron. And basically they tried to start altercations to take me to jail. The police, Chattanooga Police Department, hid around the corner because they thought I would pull out a gun because I was outnumbered, and therefore they would be able to arrest or shoot me. And of course, I fought with my hands, and I won. So that incident occurred, and then I thought that maybe if I could just put these things behind me. And so they put viruses on my computers. They often had people hack my computer and my internet connection to watch gay porn and then attribute it to me as if I was watching it. So upon all this, the viruses, the people doing this, the people trying to jump me. As a matter of fact, there was a time when I took a walk where I normally walked or jogged, and the Chattanooga Police Department hid behind a house screaming to me, nigger, all the way down the street. Yes, I said that right. You heard that correctly. They screamed to me, nigger, all the way down the street. So I decided to move. I jumped up one night, and I rented a U-Haul, and I moved and that was at the end of 2012, or excuse me, at the beginning of this year. But throughout the whole time, from 2008 to the beginning of 2013, I experienced this stuff, and I know for a fact that the Chattanooga Police Department and the TBI was riled up against me because of these people. Now, they also did other things to me, like scramble my words on Facebook, try to make me out to be a crazy person. But the thing about it is, I'm still going through it now, as the TBI has reached to the people here, as I'm in St. Clairsville, Ohio. As I moved to get away from them, they are continuing to do the same things here. And so it's important that viewers know exactly what's going on, as my videos right now are shut down. I can't even come to you in video form and let you know what's going on. But here recently, what they've done is, once again, getting people to hack my computer, hack my internet connection, watching gay porn, and then trying to say it's me. They also, for 10 days, they set a fire alarm off in my home, and it's connected to a box outside, to where they wouldn't let me sleep. They were trying to administer sleep deprivation, and they wouldn't let me sleep for 10 whole days. All through the night, they would continuously let off these fire alarms. So I'm still trying to get through, as they are still trying to create altercations between me and people they've hired to live next to me, or neighbors, and people they have riled up against me. But I just wanted my viewers to know, these are the things that are going on. This is what I have to get through. I contacted some people to help me get through the situation, and I hope to, in the future, be able to obtain a lawyer to sue them for not only what they've done, is these people that from this church have done this because they know that I'm rich, and they want to be able to withhold the money from me and from getting to this organization, from me growing this organization and doing great things. And so the reason why they contacted their good old boys at the Chattanooga Police Department and the TBI is to demonize me, to marginalize me, and to have them contact the FBI to make me out to be a gangster. I've heard they called me a drug dealer, a hitman, a pimp, and if I was all that, I'd be the hardest working guy in America. But they've done all these things to have them withhold the money from me, and that I can't move forward in my riches, because actually I prophesied this to the people of Chattanooga, and they don't want the people of Chattanooga to know that, yes, Yahweh God, the Most High, has done what he said he would do, and he has made me and this organization wealthy, and we are well off. So I want you to know that good and well, people of Chattanooga, we are wealthy, we are doing well, and we will get our money. And evil men will not prevail over righteous men. This is Keith Pitts. I'm reporting. I want you to know what's going on. I love you. I bless you. And I'll soon put out something again, and hopefully it'll be able to reach you.